Testing, 1, 2. Hello, this is Gary McNeil bringing you another one of the London Red Raider contests. Tonight, the London Red Raiders are going against the Hillsboro Indians, and the London's coming off of a small loss. Of course, they played a Division I team last week, and the Hillsboro team is coming off of about a 15-20 point win, so it ought to be an interesting game. They played jam up last year, and if I remember right, I think London come out with a victory. So I tell you what, folks, you stick around, because I think we're going to have a really jam up game tonight, and hopefully I'll have a little help later on. But until then, this is Gary McNeil saying stick around. If you don't, see you, wouldn't want to be you. Hang in there. Yeah, no, I thought I was going to have him up here with me, but
it's so rolling.
I thought I was going to have him up here with me.
Yeah, they run that up in there. They say, that's your I was standing back here watching one day, and these two guys come down there.
Here we go, the London Red Raiders making their way across the field. And the Hillsboro's team is coming in from the left side of the field. I see Hillsboro's going to go on offense here first, Carl, so London will be kicking off. London's defense done a really good job last week.
We got to switch sides of the field.
Yeah, they changed the goals. We'll be defending, I'm not sure what east and west is down here.
The Raiders now will kick, defending the east goal, and Hillsboro will be receiving, defending the west goal.
So
Kicking
London will be defending the east goal.
Number 45, Scott Willard. Deep for the Indians, number 20, Richard Burns.
Scott Willard will be kicking off for London.
Alongside Evans and captain.
And here we go. We're ready for the kickoff. And it's a short kickoff. It lands on about right at about 22-yard line. And a fumble there, and London will hold them there
Covers the ball for the Indians down around the
at 23-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
First and 10, Indians. Indians and the Red Raiders. I can't remember who won that battle back in the 1880s or whatever. It's quite a battle. See, we got Hodge, 21, out wide right on defense. Try to pick out some of his names. I'm by myself. Now they switched up. Raiders in two double wide out. Man straight to field for the first play, and he's gone. It looks like trouble. It could go all the way. Can you believe that, Carl? First play of the game for a touchdown. Going about 77 yards, right up the middle. That's a shocker. That's a shocker. Oh, he had a hole and a half. That hole was unbelievable. I couldn't believe that hole we had there.
Better now than late in the game.
Yeah. We'll make up for that. That's the way it started out last week. London lost, give up the first touchdown early.
Abbott will hold. Marsh will kick for the extra point.
And I don't think this team here is anywhere near the team that we went against last week, so I still look for this to be a really, really good game. The kick up, and it's good.
And the kick
Got a pretty good kicker down here, Carl. He put it over there on top of the hill. 7-0 in favor of the Hillsboro Indians. while for them to make that first touchdown. Back for London, we've changed some people here. We got Daubenmar and Hodge back for London.
Back in for London, number 8, Zach Daubenmar, and number 21, Justin Hodge.
And then war drums are playing. Let's see what we can do now. I think they got Zach Decker. I guess he's pretty sure-handed as far as the field and the ball. I think they made some changes from last week. See how far back that kicker gets? And it's an onside kick we got going in. Out of bounds.
Morris's kick was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yeah, did you hear that hospitality there, Carl? We're still waiting for it in London.
They're setting us up.
They're setting us up already. London takes over good field position there on about the 39-yard line, I believe. They're on 39.
Illegal procedure call against the Indians for kicking it out of bounds will be declined by the Raiders, and they'll take it over on their own 38.
Illegal procedure. I didn't know it was illegal procedure for kicking out of bounds. That's something new. I never had heard that before. And London lines up in the pie, double wide outs. Got McNeil running tailback. Well, he's up at the fullback position, isn't he? Hodge is running tailback. Here comes Hodge right up the middle. And he's good for about 4 or 5 yards.
Brought down by number 15, Abbott.
Abbott was your tackler on that play there.
Pick up a 5 at the 43. It'll be 2nd and 5.
We got a 2nd and 5. At least we can, I don't know about you being able to pick up the scoreboard, but we can see the scoreboard. I can't wait to get in our new facility. It's going to be something. It's going to be nice. Then it comes up with the same backfield. They took Gandy out of the backfield, I guess. I think they put him at tight end, and we got a flag.
Flag on the play.
Ball foul
Less than a yard.
against the Indians, 2nd down and less than a yard. Looks like it might be a little bit more than a yard, but 2nd and 1. London comes out in the same lineup. Got a wide out to the left. Number 40, you know who that is, Carl? I'll have to look it up. Here comes Hodge to the left side this time. Nothing doing. He's picked up right after. As a matter of fact, I think he might have lost a yard.
Near the line of scrimmage, picks up a yard on the play. It's a 1st down, 1st and 10.
And number 40 is Rusty James. Try to remember that for me. Got Manuel here next to me. I might be asking him some of these players' names from time to time if you know any of them.
We're going to have a measurement on the play.
And we have a measurement. And it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Hodge picked up 1 yard. You'll probably hear Carl some tonight because he's right in here with me this time, so he can't pull his little slimy remarks that y'all can't hear. London's in the same lineup. Rusty James out wide, Hodge tailback, McNeil fullback. McNeil takes it right up the middle, and he's got some room. He's got some room.
The bus.
The bus for a 1st down.
Tucked inside the 40-yard line.
That's the bus, ladies and gentlemen.
On the tackle,
He's running fullback. I don't. He always told me he wanted to be the tailback, but Hodge is so quick and flashy that that might be why they put him up there. Now, if he'll just do his job as blocking as a fullback, you got to load the handle. And once he puts his head down a few times and runs over a couple people, you'll think twice before you go grabbing him again. So London moves the ball, 1st and 10, on about the 39-yard line. Got a good drive going here and bust up the other side, right up the middle. And he picks up another 6 or 7 yards.
Brought down by number
He's getting some good blocking up front. Good blocking up front.
Inside the 35 at the 30.
Like I said, I told him earlier, be sure and give those blockers some credit. Because if them blockers don't block, you ain't going to rock. That's for sure. Manuel's awful quiet up here. Okay, we've got the same lineup. Rusty James out wide. We've got a man in motion. Here comes Hodge, off tackle. He picks up a couple yards.
Hodge, the ball carrier, tripped up by Abbott.
It's going to be about 3rd and about 2.
Shy of the 30. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard.
3rd and a yard. So now what do? We go back to the bus, or we quarterback sneak? What's the deal on this?
Just get the yardage.
Got number 80, that's Gandy, isn't it? He's wide out to the right. Rusty James wide out to the, vice versa, right and left. And the bus, 1 for 1.
Go, baby.
And he's got him about 5 or 6. He looks like he's going to be the workhorse tonight.
Picks up a first down.
First down
The 25-yard line.
inside the 25-yard line.
At the bottom of the stack for the Indians, number 26, Brandon.
Yeah. This kind of drives here wears the team down eventually.
At the 24, 1st and 10.
But then you got a fresh offense coming right back at you because they're not on that field very much. And if we got a lot of kids going both ways, it can wear both sides down. 1st and 10 on about the 24-yard line. Hodge up the middle, nothing doing, runs into his own player. Run into Gandy, and that's a load to run into. Look like Gandy stood him up. Looked like he was playing defensive end on that play, or defensive linebacker the way he came around there. How last week they were doing us with Worthington Kilbourne. 2nd and 9, picked up about a yard on that play. Got the same power I line up. Here comes a bus looking for a hole, and he's grabbed hold of and then that's out nowhere.
He's hit at the line of scrimmage.
He was hit behind the line, looked like to me.
Brandon Clark.
As soon as he had touched the ball, he was hit.
Pick up about a half a yard. We'll make it 2nd down, 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8. Now we got to do something here. This is what'd you call it, a passing down, Carl?
22.
Yep.
Wide out to the right, number Rusty James to the right side. Same lineup inside. And we got a flag on the play. Thought they had too many players on the Hillsboro team, but they waved the flag off. You're going to hear a lot of talk up here in the booth, so we'll wave that off too. 3rd and 8. This is a big down here. Oh, and a quarterback slipped. Wassmer trips up on the line. And goes down. Looked like he might have had some yardage. He had a couple linebackers coming at him pretty hard.
At the 24.
4th and 10. Hey, if we can get that far, and you might as well go for it because you're not going to kick it any farther than that. I mean, if you kick it, it's going to kick in the end zone. Quarterback he'd have rolled out of there last week on that play. Here he comes, and he's caught. And he's caught for about a 15-yard loss. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, and Hillsboro takes over on downs.
All the way back to the 36-yard line.
It's now. Got double wide out. Hodge goes back. Dobmar playing safety. There, quick pass out to the left side. And a pickup of about 8 yards.
That's by Rusty James.
Rusty James was the tackler that time, and Hodge. James and Hodge in on the
Pick
tackle.
up about 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
See the receiver clapping his hands.
Yeah.
The defender must have been off of him. That must mean that he
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he had a lot of room there. They probably must have a little speed there, so.
Yep.
But as quick as Hodge is, looked like he could hang with him. Got another double wide out here, and they're rolling back to pass. Quarterback, and they're going for the distance. And it's uncatchable ball, or very easily could have been a possible
3rd down in the yard.
penalty there. 3rd down in the yard. London's got the hold here. I look for them to go right up the middle with this one. They're so successful the first time on that first play. We haven't seen it since then, so they'll probably come back with it. That first touchdown really threw us off guard, didn't it?
Yeah. Come on, let's play some tough defense.
Man in motion. Just like I said, man up the middle. He got some room, and he'll pick up the first down and then some. Burns, your ball carrier. I know that name, Burns.
Brought down by number 8.
Zach Dobmar was your tackler on that. Derek Gandy was also.
At the 46-yard line of the Raiders, 1st and 10 Indians.
It's the coach's thing.
Dom.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a man in motion here. We got it straightened up right up the middle and picked up another 2 or 3 yards. Looked like about a 2nd and 7. Richard Burns pretty shifty. I remember him last year.
43-yard line. Stop for the middle.
43-yard line, 2nd and 7.
For the Raiders, 2nd down and about 7.
Had to go over and tell him how to pronounce Dobmar's name, or we'd have another. Dobmar wouldn't like that. Dubemar. It about sounds like something I would say, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a triple wide out here. Only 2 defenders. They're taking the whole team. Watch them go to the right.
Step back and throw it to him. Nope.
Yeah, they're looking for it. It's coming. A little razzle dazzle, and they made it work.
Pass is complete to Ron Keffin.
Number 45, Scott Willard was your tackler on that. He just went in there. Yeah. Well, we had that same situation last week where I made mention where they had double wide outs and only one defender out there. I guess it would make sense. You're going to send somebody out there if you got 3 people. But maybe don't always work that way. We got double wide outs once again. Single man in the backfield, man in motion. Pitch out to the right side, sweep. And he hurdles one player. He evades another one. And he's down to about 20-yard line. Richard Burns, the ball carrier.
Knocked out by number 40.
Rusty James made it in on that tackle, knocked him out of bounds.
I'm going to go to make a tackle.
Yeah, it was.
Inside the 22-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10.
I'm a little bit surprised at this after the way we played the first half last week. Of course, like I say, it's still early. Just don't want to get down too far. I think they might feel like they owe us one. Didn't we steal one from them last year?
7-6.
Yeah.
Hang on to him.
I think as Burns there, I can't see.
Gandy stopped him.
Number 58 was your initial final tackler. Who's that?
They're behind the line of scrimmage.
Jesse Mullins. He's back in the lineup. He was out for.
By number 58.
He got knocked out of the Miami Trace scrimmage, so he's finally back in. 2nd and 11.
And a long 11 at the 23-yard line.
Ball to the 23-yard line. Yeah, they got a good passer and they got good, so far, good receivers. But we've seen, we're playing in the pit. Got a man in motion. Quarterback rolls out to the left. He sets up. He got it off. And it was almost intercepted by Hodge. Should have been intercepted. Right in his hands.
Justin Hodge.
I thought he had that ball, Carl.
3rd down.
I just knew he had that ball.
And about 11 and a half.
Yeah, it was close, wasn't it, Manuel?
Barreling down on that quarterback.
3rd and 11. Yeah, the quarterback got it off just in time. I didn't look to see if they was able to. Did they hit him when he got it off? Yeah, you had to follow the ball, didn't you? Well, at least we know they're going to throw the ball. Got a Wide left. 2 men. Here they come right up the middle with the ball. And there goes, and they're going to go all the way. Oh, Hodge makes another game-saving tackle there. Touchdown saving tackle.
By Justin Hodge.
He does pretty good in the open field.
Shy of the 22-yard line, they'll bring up a 4th down.
So you got a 4th down and a yard and a half. What do? You go for it. That close.
Yep.
You don't even think about that one.
Much as they got on the last one. Yep. We got to stop them here.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to stop them. They've done some scouting, some heavy scouting. Man's got to pull together here now. Probably right up the middle. That's what we're going to be looking for anyway. Man in motion, and there he goes.
Ooh, man.
Did he make it? Did he make it?
32, Seth Storr pulls his way down to about the 10-yard line.
Man.
Did we get a first down? They moved the chains.
Bottom of the stack, number 58, Jesse Mullins for the Raiders, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 on about the 10-yard line. No, it's on about the, about the 10 or 11, 10.5 yard line. Score right now with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, 7-0, and the Indians are knocking on the door again. Got a wide out, and they're looking out there. I thought it looked like it went through Gandy's hands, did it?
It's incomplete at the goal line, 2nd and 10.
It looked like I saw Gandy go up for the ball. Looked like it might have went through his hands. And we got a 2nd and 10. With 1:59 to go in the first quarter. This is a pretty long drive, so I didn't expect too many people to make this ride all the way down here. Probably got mostly parents over there. Got right out to the right, right up the middle.
Oh, and we got it, I think.
I don't know.
Yep, we got it.
Yeah. Lennon holds up and gets the ball. It was a Dobmar. Yeah, don't you call him Dubermar, we would get in trouble. I think it was recovered by Dobmar. He's been playing pretty good ball. It looked like it was stripped, didn't it? Yeah. We're up here in enemy territory, and we can hear a lot of.
Maybe this will turn us around here. We need.
Yeah, we're going to put some petitions here between the booths. Eat them up, raw, raw, raw. London's deep in their own territory. They got to come out of there strong.
Yep.
I see a big hole right up the middle. Bus time. Up, they closed it up.
Yep.
Comes the bus up the middle. He's got some room. Oh, and he gets a first down.
He's mad, dude. He wanted more.
I'd like to see him get a loose there for a few more rounds. Yeah. Should have been a first. Yeah, they're moving the chains.
I think the bus might grow like that full-time.
Yeah, if he gets to carry the ball, he's not going to mind it. But if he doesn't get to carry the ball, then he'll have a problem.
He's carrying it.
So far, they're using him.
Yep.
Can you see him going through there and knocking somebody down, and the Hodge be right behind him? Here's another play with the bus right up the middle.
Oh, there you go.
And he puts his head down, runs over by, so another first down. He's averaging close to 10 yards of carry there, Carl.
Yep.
Number 13 at the.
That's what we're talking.
That's what I couldn't understand why we stopped using him when we were down here. And the line is starting to hold up, making holes. So far, we've been good between the 20s.
Ames back in the lineup.
Got 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Still 7-0 Indians. Power eye. Bus will get away, and here comes Hodge. Bus making the block. Oh, and missed his block. I think Hodge went the wrong way because the block was shoved to the outside and the hole was to the inside, and looked like Hodge went the wrong way.
At the 33-yard line, pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think the blocker in that situation should run over somebody, just knock him down. But Hodge is usually looking for the outside. He's kind of shifty. Does a good job back there. 2nd and 8 on about the 32-yard line. Comes a bus up the middle again. Bus has got some room. He's got room. Hold on to the ball. And the bus all the way to the 55-yard line, Carl. I tell you what, that's going to be one tired young man, though. He'll find out what it's all about. Oh, no, we got a flag on the play. Who's it against? Looks like it's back in London's area. Oh, clipping call against the Raiders. Nullified that run.
Yeah, we'll still give it to them.
Yeah,
Leave it in the score.
that was a good run. Leave it in the book.
It's on the tape anyway.
Yeah.
Edit that. Never know we got it. Never know there was a
Penalty
penalty.
will be marked off from the point of the infraction all the way back to the
Good Lord, that's a penalty and a half there. We lost about 30 yards on that play. We gained 15 and lost 30.
second down.
Second
About 20.
and 20.
Just outside the 21.
All that work for a naught. And the clock is rolling. 20 seconds ago. 2nd and 20. London's clear back to their own 20-yard line.
McNeil is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Hodge, the ball carrier that time. He's
Correction is Hodge. Brought down
hit
by
behind the line of scrimmage.
At the
22-yard line.
Third down.
3rd and 20. And we've got into the first quarter the score 7 for the Indians, 0 for London. Hey there, Carl. We're clear down to the 20-yard line. Oh no, it's a quarter. They switched them around. We're going the other way. And it's still 3rd and 20.
Penalties will kill you.
Penalties will do you in big time. Got to come up with a big one this time. I'd like to see him pick up this first down. That'd be something else. Here comes Hodge right in the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage with a shirt tackle.
The ball carrier tripped up by Ames.
And we're back in the punting situation.
22-yard line.
Just zap that momentum.
I would like to see him maybe move up a step because it seems like the hole's there, and by the time we're getting there, it's closing on us. And maybe if they moved up, maybe it's cheated up a step, it might beat that hole. I'm sure the coaches have thought about that too. I'm just throwing out something here.
Who's that kicking for?
Hodge wide out. I can't see the number. In low, the kicker. In low.
Back kicking for the Raiders.
And it's not too bad a kick. It'll get it across 50, get a good roll.
And he kicks
Oh, it went out of bounds. So Indians will take over on the London 42-yard line. In the second quarter, we still have a score of 7-0, and London just punted and took over, and the Indians will take over, like we said, on the London's 42-yard line. I see you made your way to the pop machine, the free pop. Didn't bring me one. There's a reverse.
I'm waiting on that.
And it worked. He picked up the first down and then some. Kevin's your ball carrier. And we've got a flag. Let's see what this flag's all about.
Oh, there you go.
Holding against the Indians.
Preliminary indication is holding against the Indians.
So London gets a break. 1st and 23. So now they're in a similar situation we were in. 1st and 20. We had a 1st and 20. Back across the 50-yard line. Hillsboro has 2 wide outs. Roll out, handoff up the middle, and there he goes. And somebody jumped on his back. Hodge rode him down. That was about the quickest way to bring him down. Looked like riding a Bronco or something. Giddy up, boy.
He back up past the original line of scrimmage there a little bit.
You know, I don't think I had the mic on all this time on this one here on Jaron's tape. Well, at least they're going to see the game.
They ain't gonna hear you nowhere.
I know it. They don't want to hear me. Got another double wide out to the right. Single back.
Come on now.
Handoff, same play, and he was stopped. I believe Mullins might have been in on that one. Burns, your ball carrier.
Tyree. Burns and Tyree. I mean,
Tyree and Mullins, I think.
Andre Tyree, number 24 on the initial hit.
Oh, it might have been Gibson.
At the 39-yard line, it'll bring up third down.
This card here is showing Gibson, number 81. I thought they were going to move Tyree to the backfield, but he hasn't got there yet. And we have the same lineup once again. Double wide out to the right, single back. Long count, trying to draw in off sides. Quarterback's back. He's getting away. And almost intercepted by Hodge, and nothing between him but air. That's two. Hodge is one of those type of players that seems like he makes the impossible catch, and the ones that seems like he should catch, somehow they get through his hands. 4th and 7 inside the 44. And I believe the Indians are going to kick.
I think we're starting to settle around here.
Adam Marsh back there in punt formation.
We got back.
Zach
Dobbenmar back.
For London.
Deep for London. Got a punt. Good punt, inbounds. I'd let that go out.
Whoa!
He should let that go out of the end zone. I would have anywhere.
7-yard line.
Out deep in their own territory once again. We haven't had very good field position so far tonight. Got the bus lined up at fullback. Hodge still at tailback. Here comes the bus. He's got room. And the bus. The bus is having a night.
By Sean Evans.
They're making some good holes in there for him. He better buy him some Big Macs tomorrow. Carl, I just seen the pizzas go that way.
Oh, they'll be bringing us pizza. That's
Serious business. Selling pizza.
Listen, these guys up here talking about how many they can eat.
I play Hillsboro.
Manuel wants you to steal the pizzas too.
We play Hillsboro home or away every game.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they take care of you.
Who handles the communications that works for Telephone Company?
Me?
Is that you?
Yeah.
And here we go. Comes the bus once again. He's got him a hole right up the middle, run over his own players and for another first down. You know, he's knocking down 10 to 12 yards to carry.
Stopped by number 22, Ron Captain.
And I believe we have a timeout.
At about the 41 yard.
Timeout Hillsboro.
Got a timeout by the Indians.
Here we go, back up, 1st and 10. The bus has been running pretty strong so far tonight. Looking good. And here we go. Man in motion. Pitch out to Hodge to the left side. He jumps over one player, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards.
Hodge hit by Clark.
Clark was your tackler that time, and Hodge is not getting up too quick. Get up, boy. We don't want you down.
43 yard line.
They can't afford that. We got some kids on the sideline just itching to get in, though. I tell you what, this team might fool us 4 years over, I tell you. Right now it's a pretty even game except for that one long run that the Indians got off on us right at the first play of the game. 7:49 to go in the second quarter. Here comes the bus up the middle again. And they kind of, I think they called that timeout and changed their defense a little bit. They're setting for him. McNeil picks up about 2 that time. Makes it about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Outside the 45 yard line.
Yeah. So you don't want them long 3rd downs though, 3rd and 6.
And about 6.
This far in your territory.
It's time. 7:20. Yeah, we need this.
Yeah. This is a big play here. Got the power eye with 2 wideouts right and left. Man in motion. Here comes Hodge to the right. And he's got some room. He's not going to make it. Come within about a yard.
Hodge, the ball carrier, knocked out of bounds by DJ.
Hodge's ball carrier.
Shy of midfield about the 48 yard line.
And London is going to punt 4th and 3. Think they'll go for it?
We ain't gonna punt.
So you think the defense been holding up that good, huh? Yeah, we'll see what happens. 4th and 3. You know they're going to key on the bus.
Well, if you're going to...
They're going to punt.
No, they ain't.
No, they're not.
You maybe try to draw them off. An extra 5 yards would make any difference. You try to draw them off.
3 yards. This is a critical play, and they're ganging up inside there.
Try to draw them offside. See, now we'll punt. No, we ain't either. Pitch it. Pitch it!
Oh, man. Too late. Didn't make the pitch, and we lost yardage. Over about where they were before, on about the 44-yard line. London's 44-yard line. Defense going to have to do their stuff again. As Hang On Sloopy's being played by the band. Here comes Burns, and he's tripped up by number 31.
Richard Burns tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Picks up a yard.
I don't have a number for 31.
Second down in the circle.
I'm thinking that's Mullins, but I'm not sure. Let's see what his number is.
You said Mullins was 58.
Is he 58? Yeah, he's 58. I don't have a number for that. There is a 31 out there, isn't there? I think, but I'm not sure. This angle we can't tell. Okay, we got another wide out to the right. Both wide out right and left. Burns lined up in the backfield. And we got a whistle. I don't know what that call is. You think it might have been?
On the field. Dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul. Delay a game.
Oh!
Good call, Carl. You the man. You the man.
5 yards.
How'd you guess that?
Out to the 48-yard line.
You must have been watching the scoreboard in your through the camera there. So we got a 2nd and 13 now. Got another break. So far it's been pretty even up for it, except for that one long run they made for a touchdown. Got to make some changes here. Get that ball back. He sets back the pass and rolls out to the left. Quick pass, and it's
Rusty James.
Rusty James. All right, that ain't Rusty James. 32.
That was 40, man. What are you looking at? That was 40 made that hit.
These windows so dirty, it changes numbers.
40, look like a 32.
Let me see what he says.
32.
32, that's what I said. And you're saying 40, you dummy. And that's on TV, too.
For them.
That's what I said.
Well, we don't care who had the ball. Rusty James made the hit.
Okay, Rusty James made the hit.
40 was on the coverage.
Right. We had to have a timeout by the Indians. We had to have a little controversy up here. This is what I go through every game with Carl. Y'all can't hear.
And who's you calling a dummy?
I called him a dummy. I take it back. You're no dummy. You're my best cameraman I got. Okay, we got a 3rd and 13 after that little bit of controversy Carl and I had there. Having the ball up here, having a good time. Hope you're enjoying it with us. Got a triple white out here.
Oh, hit him!
We still got time, and we got a quarterback sack. Oh man, can you believe that?
By number 24.
Jiminy.
Tyree, but we have a flag.
That flag on the play, and it's probably going to be a late hit.
He just fell on the ground. We're not playing touch, man.
What are they calling face mask?
Oh!
Face mask. Under 6 minutes to go, and it seems like we're just trading penalties here.
Yeah. I'll take the face mask.
That's all part of the game. That's going to bring them right back up within. So now it's going to take them 3rd and about 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. It's both teams are getting their share of penalties tonight, Carl. Face mask, I didn't see the face mask. We thought it was a late hit, didn't we?
Yeah, I wasn't going to buy that.
Yeah, we got triple white out to the left this sign. They're setting them up. This sign, I said. Can't even talk. Got to get in there and get me a Mountain Dew. Doing the do. Here we go. Right up the middle. And he gets away, and he's going to get that first down. Rusty James playing on the tackle.
6 scores. The ball carrier is tripped up down around the
They run that triple wide out the last time and threw us off guard, and so now
Not before he picks up the
it's
first down. First and 10
working to
Indians.
the reverse effect to now, being able to bring a man up off through the interior. And if I'm not using the terminology that you want to hear, sorry about your luck.
Turn the sound down.
Turn the sound down, Carl said. Yeah, turn me off. They'd probably like just turn me off. And here he goes.
Hold on to him. Hit him.
And Gandy had a hold of him and didn't bring him down. This kid's kind of elusive there. Burns picks up about 3 or 4 yards. Jesse Mullins in on that tackle. 58, that's what he said, yeah. 58.
It'll be second down and about 6.
Second and 6. 4:44. Going to the second quarter, 7-0 Indians. Yeah, we got to come up with a big play here. They're inside the 30-yard line. Double wide out, right and left in the power eye. And it was dropped.
Marsh is passed for T.J.
Ball looked like it should have been caught by pro standards. These are high school kids, right?
That's a little low. And
Yeah. Oh, Jerry Rice would have caught that. Gary McNeil would have probably caught that. Yeah, he would.
John Hill would have caught it.
He talking about hand. Yeah, now I know John Hill would have caught it. If you don't believe it, just ask him.
Yeah.
And we got a 3rd and 6. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. London's being spread out quite a bit here. What are we playing here? 6-3. Oh, and they drew us offside. Now, did they move or did we move?
I sure hope they did.
We don't need no more penalties, I can tell you that.
Dead ball foul.
And it's going against London.
5-yard penalty.
He called it offsides.
Yeah.
Is that offsides or encroachment?
Down around the
Offside.
You know, Sonny ringed us out for not calling it
Bring up
encroachment.
third down in the yard.
That'd be defense.
Does that be defense? Well, that's what it is, defense.
No. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I'd talk to Sonny and see what that's called. Be sure. Okay, we got a double right out to the right this time. Single back. Burns back. Got a long call trying again into quarterback stick, and he's going to go right up the middle for a touchdown. Can you believe it? That was just so. I remember a play like that. Our Bandit did that to us for 90-some yards one time. We had them down on a 4th down, and they run a quarterback for almost 90-some yards. Makes the score 13-0.
Have it to hold, Marsh to kick.
I just got them saying they had it spread out pretty wide there.
Yep. Seen something took off.
Yeah, it's a good call. They got a good offensive coordinator out there. And a score 14-0 Hillsboro. 4:16 to go in the second quarter. Justin Hodge and I believe Dobmar's back deep. Here comes the kick, and they're going deep with it. Dobmar
Come on.
picks up the blockers, don't even run.
Go.
Dobmar got a little room. He could good return there up to about the 35-yard line. Good return by Dobmar. Ron Kepi was your tackler. 1st and 10. We got to get a score here, Carl. We're down 14-0 with 4:10 to go in the second quarter. We're going to have to unleash the horses here and do something.
He scored. We have better field position here.
I told you they haven't forgot that one we stole from them last year, 7-6.
7-6.
Wide out both sides for London. London's looking to pass. The throw is there. And no good. Incomplete.
On the far side at the 45-yard line. We need a car moved at the stockyards immediately.
We got a car at the stockyards needs to be moved.
The number plate is AIT 44.
Carl, that's us. They're unloading. They got a load of pigs are unloading over there. We got to get these cars moved.
Stockyards, you are blocking the way of business. You must move it immediately.
Move that car now. We got to get those pigs out. Okay, London's in the power eye. White out both sides once again.
Come on now.
Here comes the bus again. He's got some room. He's got some room. Good move. Good run. Good hard. And he took a hit that time. He took a hit. He's not getting up too quick.
At the 49-yard line.
He's been having a little trouble with his knee.
Evans covers it.
I hope he don't blow a knee out. That's all we need. And the bus goes for another 10 or 15 yards. First down on the almost said 52-yard line. 48, 49-yard line.
See, you a football man.
Yeah, well, you know, I played Canadian ball.
Come on.
Set back the pass. There's a throw for Hodge. He's open. And it's caught. Is that Hodge? I think.
Hodge.
Who was that? Let me see. 18. Who's 18? That's somebody new. Wheeler, Brandon Wheeler. I haven't seen him throw to him yet. Good catch, Brandon. That's the chicken man. Manny told me that's the chicken, not Manny. Manuel told me that's the chicken man. Good catch, Mr. Wheeler. And we're down in the territory now, about the 21-yard line. Good pick up there.
Come on now.
Yeah, we got to keep it going. We got 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Bus time.
And it's bus time up middle. Looked like he stopped.
Slow down.
McNeil, the ball carrier.
Looked like he had room, but he couldn't make it. His knee might be bothering him. I hope not.
You got good yardage, Joe.
Quarterback's telling him what he did wrong. They're working together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's what he's there for. Quarterbacks, you know, he sees something. He's supposed to say, this is what we're looking for.
He's supposed to be a leader.
2:49 to go in the first half. They're setting for him. Power eye, wide out both sides. Look like here comes the bus right up the middle. He ran into his own man once again. We're having trouble running into our own man. Who is that?
He knocked that guy knocked his man down. He was just sitting there standing in the
62
way.
is who he run into.
Yeah.
West Deo.
He knocked his man down, but he was just standing there in the
Yeah,
way.
couldn't get by. First and 10 on the 10-yard line. And they still want that car moved from the stockyards, Carl. Pigs are getting restless.
Have to wait till this game's over.
We're down in pig country. They call this the pit. Barbecue pit.
Yeah.
And we got a timeout, London. Goal for the Raiders at the 10-yard line.
Hold on to the ball.
Now's the time to do it. London has one wide out, Hodge to the left. Power eye. And they stopped him that time. Only picked up about 1 yard. Looked like they changed they called him, they said the bus is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Richard Burns, 12 shots.
Yeah.
Christian Evans, 12, and Burns, 20 on the stop.
They called him the bus. They said he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. They done picked up on that.
You got something going.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you nickname your man?
No, he called it. I think the kids called him that.
See, they got him running tail.
He would, if I nicknamed him, he'd change it. Who we got up front? Here comes McNeil out wide. He's looking for a hole. He's trying. Can he get in? He's pulling. They can't get him down. Does he make it? I don't see any signs yet. Oh, I'm looking for that touchdown, and this is the red line. No wonder. Good Lord.
Another timeout.
And timeout Raiders. I thought it was. They got a red line back down there for the touchdown.
Yeah.
3rd and 5. 2 downs to pick up 5 yards. And the ball's on about the 5-yard line. We change the back up. We go to Hodge. Hodge got room. Can he make it?
Give it to him.
Hey, and London scores their first touchdown. That brings up the score, 14-6 so far.
Yeah.
They kind of threw him off. They're probably looking for the bus, and Hodge comes through. We've got to get a nickname for Hodge. What can we call him?
Look at the refs talking to him.
Who's he talking to? Was some taunting going on or something?
Ref was talking to him.
To Hodge?
Yeah,
We don't want that.
little instructions.
Yeah, probably. There goes the London Red Raiders. What is that? The hatchet.
They better keep on running. They're on the wrong
Side to be running with that thing, aren't they? Dobmar sets up for the kick. I think he's what, 2 for 2? 3 for 3 maybe?
Yeah, he's 3 for 3.
3 for 3 so far.
Looks good.
And he just got called.
Messing up again.
And you talk about, set, it's there.
Dobmar looks good.
And we got a score of 7-7. I mean, 14-7. With 1:28 to go in the first half, London scores. The score is now 14-7. Hillsboro.
Played good this year.
Special teams has done real good.
Best I've seen them in forever.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say forever, but they're playing real good. He's not getting much more room from the kickoff as you get, one more step then. Oh, that's going a little short. Hit him and pulls him down at about the 36-yard line. Hillsboro take over with 1:24 to go. Under halftime, first half. I remember we did that a few years back. We unless he can't kick that far, every kick was like that.
See, we haven't.
Maybe depending they figure defense is going to do the job, where if you get down an open field, it might be a problem. Somebody get loose and run away. We got a power eye with double wide out, one to the right, one to the left. London's getting antsy, almost offside. Here comes the throw to Burns, I believe. And who's waiting for him? Rusty James. He played that perfect. And Burns wasn't getting up too quick that time.
At the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
James is an outlaw, ain't he?
Yeah. Is he relation to Jesse, you think? Outlaw James. Call him the outlaw. No, better not do that. And they're going to the other side this time. Quick look in, and there's trouble. He's brought down by number 24, Andre Tyree, and Dobbenmeyer.
First and 10 Indians.
I think they might have been going for the strip, and Indians are trying to move that ball here pretty quick, getting another score here in the 4.5.
Come on now.
Yep. They're moving the ball by way of the air.
Oh, we still going.
Yeah. They're moving it good. Evans caught that ball, and there's a flag on the play.
Bring it back. Hold. Give us a hold.
They're moving it pretty good.
Give us a hold.
Carl wants a hold.
Is holding.
Holding.
Go.
Against who?
Yeah.
Against the Indians. Could we get a holding against the other team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold their receivers.
All right. So that's going to help. 39 seconds to go in the half. 14-7.
10 yards. We put the ball all the way back at the 48-yard line.
Ball goes back to the 48-yard line.
First down at about 20.
First and 20.
Almost time for the pizza.
Yeah, Carl's ready to get in that pizza. We had to run down here without supper. Here we go. Hand off to Rusty James right up the middle, and there he goes. He's got room. He almost fell himself. Brought down by all the way to the 20-yard line.
First down of the first and 10 for the Indians.
First and 10 for the Indians on the 20-yard line, and they're going with a no huddle. 21 seconds to go. And here we go.
Probably down. Yeah.
And they're going to call time.
Marsh downs the pass. It'll be second and 10.
Second and 10.
The person from Madison County with a Chevrolet Lumina. AIT 4485.
Uh-oh.
This is your last call.
Madison County car is blocking the stockyards.
It will be moved for you.
Probably couldn't hear them.
And you will have to pay the penalty.
Oh, Lord. Another penalty against London.
First, you're going to find your car.
can't hear them.
Oh, they're
Yeah! Come on to the outside. Come on. Cut. Yeah.
Marsh's pass is
picked off by Walsmith, made the pick off there. And we got 9 seconds to go.
Good job.
So that was a good job. Maybe we can go in here with, if we don't score, we can go in with only down 7. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. I'm looking around to see who they're calling missed the play. I'm glad you seen it. I thought that was you. First and 10, do it again.
34-yard line.
9 seconds to go in the half. And it's London.
Oh, I don't think so.
James,
Here we go.
headgear fasten. Timeout.
Got a timeout, London, before we got another penalty.
Again, Chevrolet.
After a brief timeout, we have London with 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Quick handoff to Hodge. He's got some room. Can he do it? And find a good way. And we still got a second to go. Went out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
1 second.
Wouldn't that be a trip if they score with this 1 second?
Well, our play worked good.
Yeah.
First and 10, the ball is
I think he run one like that last week. Play similar to that. 1 second to go. (14-7). London on the 34.5-yard line.
Be nice to tie us up for half.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Come on now. Get your stuff.
London's got Hodge out wide. They're looking for him.
If I hit somebody.
And it's going to probably go, they're looking for a pass, got good protection, they're going for the end zone, and it's overthrown, and that ends the half with a score of 14-7, Hillsboro.
at the end of the first half. The Indians 14, the Raiders 7.
Well played first half, with the exception of that one quick touchdown they got on the first play. It would be a tie ball game.
You can't hear him. You can't hear him.
My student conductors, Robin Brown and Lorraine Summers. This evening they play for you Smoky Joe's Cafe. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
halftime score, 14-7. Getting ready to come out for second half. Lining up now. Well, Carl, we're getting ready to start the second half.
Oh yeah, it's recording. It's recording.
You unplugged me or something?
No, you're plugged in. It's recording. I see.
I'm not getting the light over here.
I don't know about that. There it is. Come on, Gary.
Yeah. I had moved this and pulled the plug out. Well, anyway, we're starting the second half here, and it's 14-7. Who we got back deep? Dobbinmar and Hodge back deep for London. See what's happening.
Right up to Hodge. Come on, man, get it. There you go.
These can go for this. A lot of times these go a long ways. That's oh, we needed that. Boy, that would have been great. A lot of times handled balls like that and end up go for long yardage because it throws your special teams off coming down.
Also gave the wall time to get out of his way.
Yeah, because they are kind of.
It was close down there. I thought his knee was going to go down, right?
I thought he was down.
Yeah, that was close.
We got a break on that. So it's 1st and 10 on about the 32-yard line.
Good field position.
Yeah, we're starting out with decent field position. London's got one right up to the right.
Hodge. Oh man, that one guy.
Hodge up the middle. Picks up about 3.
Held by Burns.
Burns, your tackler.
Just outside the 35
Burns is
yard
doing it
line.
everywhere, isn't it?
Second and 8. Evidently only pitched CS. Burns, he's been around a while. There's quite a few Burns down here. And we got a timeout, the official's timeout. Pointing at something.
Timeout for an equipment repair.
Young's helmet again. Man. That's second time.
Yeah. Got to get him a new helmet. He's doing a pretty good job out there, and he's not no little man either.
280's not little.
280's not little. Glad he didn't get up here and get this pizza we got into. We'd have been in trouble. Hand off to the bus. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, 5 yards.
McNeil, the ball carrier.
And we got
15 out at 78.
3rd and 3.
At the 40-yard line, it'll bring up 3rd down. And about 3.
3rd and 3 on the 40-yard line. We need these 3 bad, Carl.
What's your pleasure?
What's your pleasure? We got to go right up the middle. It looks like a hole there.
The bus. Go, 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 go.
He's got room.
Yeah.
And he picks up the first down.
Right.
And the bus once again.
Before he's brought down
Already made that.
at the 48-yard line by number 10, T.J. Britton.
He could have led with 1-2.
We got a 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. Here comes Hodge to the left, nowhere to go. Cuts back.
Good cut.
And he picks up about 5, and we got
Some kind of penalty. Yeah, it's going to be
Flag.
London.
Hodge.
Next flip.
might have been
Midfield, but we got a flag
an illegal block there.
Yeah. I think
on
he hit
the
him in the
stop
back.
for the Indians.
We don't need that.
72, Robinson.
Clip.
And they're in the
Hey, we got a clip.
clip.
That's going to hurt.
The Raiders.
Yard penalty.
It's on. Huh.
All the way back to the 35-yard line. Clipping against London. 1st and 23. Here comes Hodge once again. He's juking around. Nowhere to go.
21
He was really sitting pretty, sitting duck that time, wasn't he?
Finished by 26.
He could have really been doubled up.
I know when to hold him and when to fold him. Better get down.
You got that right.
Second down.
Something's wrong with this, Carl.
Yeah, it's running. Is it that plugged in?
Are you plugged in over there?
Yeah.
I'll try it again.
It's running.
Okay, we're rolling here.
Pass.
Set for the pass to Gandy, and there's a flag out there.
Pass is batted down by Evans on the coverage. The intended receiver, number 80, Derek Gandy.
Derek Gandy.
Well, we got a flag on the play.
It's on now.
Yep. Pass interference against London.
Pass interference against London. We just shot ourselves in the foot again. Illegal motion. Okay.
Penalty at 5 yards.
This here ain't got nothing. This is a straight line.
It'll bring up third down and 23.
Going too hard.
Oh, that plug. What's that?
That's the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a 3rd and 23 now, Carl, since we got our equipment back up.
Trying to do too many things.
Trying to do too many things. Here comes a rollout pass. Looking for the bus. He's got room. Can he go?
Oh.
And he's still going. He's still going.
Another penalty.
Another penalty, but he's all the way down to the 25-yard line. Who's the penalty on? Watsmouth made a beautiful run that time.
Bring it back.
Quarterback keep a rollout. Let's see what the penalty was.
Bring it back.
Preliminary indication is clipping against the Raiders.
Oh, we can't get a break, can we?
That hurts.
That hurts.
So the ball will be brought back.
And we're going to lose some more yardage.
He can make the tackle.
Man, he had on with it.
We keep shooting ourselves in the foot there, Carl. It's 3rd and 25 now. After another clip. That's 2 clips in a row.
Don Mars on his playbook. Oh, man.
Here comes, who was that? Hodge on a off misdirection, off tackle play.
Handoff wasn't very good.
Kind of run into one another. Yeah.
That messed up. Timing was off.
At the 37-yard line of the 4th.
So London's going to be forced to punt. After we had a buku of errors last week in the third quarter that cost us dearly.
Evans and Burns.
Evans and Burns back to receive the punt. This kid gets off a pretty good punt. They're not going to even challenge it. Going to go out of bounds. I believe it went out of bounds at about where's he going?
Ball is kicked out of bounds
At the 50-yard line.
Where the Indians will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, Jay Hoy's one of the special teams coaches this year.
He's done a good job.
Yeah, he's done a real good job with him. We got one wide out to the right. Power eye, man in motion. Hodge following him.
There goes. Oh,
Off tackle play, and we know nothing doing, as Martin would say.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing
That's
doing.
what he'd say.
Yeah, he sure would. Second and 9.
Burns, the ball carrier, hit right at the
We're 7:50 to go in the third quarter.
Some shut that Burns down a little bit.
Yeah, if we can hold Burns down, we can. Of course, they got a couple of scat backs on there that runs pretty good. They don't look that big. I haven't checked the book to see what they are. I think they would put these kids' weights in there with pads on them.
There goes
Right up the middle.
You got him. You got
Yep.
him. All right.
He's able to pick up about a yard.
Burns hit right at the line of scrimmage by number 79, Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson in on that tackle for London.
Pickup of a yard.
Haven't heard that name too much yet tonight.
At the 48.
Brian, you just got your name on TV. Keep up the good work, buddy. Defense is doing a pretty good job so far. I don't want to brag too soon. It's 3rd and 8.
Just passing, bro.
Under 7 minutes in the third quarter.
Pressure on the quarterback.
Yep, we got a double wide out to the right. They try to draw him offside. Didn't work. Quarterback's rolling. They got him back there. They got him. He's down, and they're going to have another. I thought I seen a flag.
I see a marker down.
Okay. I thought I seen. That scared me. I thought I seen a flag. Good quarterback sack on about the 38-yard line, 39.
Pressure on the quarterback. This could be the turning point.
4th and 21.
Could be.
Well, we finally got a break. We made our break up.
Yeah.
Looks like we're making our mistakes and we're making our breaks.
Back in punt formation.
We got Doblemar and Hodge, Hodge back deep, Doblemar short. Getting to where she's winning this before we come down next time. And we got a timeout, Hillsboro.
Had a man didn't know he belonged.
And after a brief timeout, we have the Indians punting. He'll be standing on his own 25-yard line.
See if we're going to set up for a return or the block.
Punch a little short there. Better leave it alone. Because Hodge, the top person, run up there and grab it and take off.
Yeah, he got it.
I told you he would.
You're right.
7-yard line.
Yeah, he'd grab it and take off.
He's all in.
He had to grab it. Why did he have to touch that ball? He wanted to feel that ball, I guess.
That's his thing.
Rodman, you know how that's how Rodman does on foul shots. He's got to get every. They shoot a foul shot. He's got to touch the ball.
Yep.
But sometimes you can catch them off guard like that, and they think it's going to roll. And if you get sure enough hands, you can smoke down that sideline. Okay, London White sets up again. We got a wide out to the left, back into the power eye. They got to go back. Oh, got to throw, and it's there. It's there. It's there. It's caught.
Oh man, that was
A beautiful pass.
pass.
18.
Whoa!
Brandon Wheeler. That's the same play they made a while ago. That's the second one in Chicken Man. Chicken Man made that pass. And his parents just got here just in time. I don't know where they said they just got off the plane. Just flew in, yeah.
He didn't have no grease on his hands. He caught that.
Yeah, no chicken grease on his hands.
And you see it slowed down and still running with the ball.
He did slow down, didn't he?
Stopped right there.
Might have shocked him.
He went down.
I don't know. I was looking at that. I was wondering why he slowed down. Unless he just
He
lost
was looking at the guy.
He might have lost his balance or something.
No, he was looking at the guy. See, maybe he was going to hit him.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Looking good.
Yeah, so far. We got to get these points back.
Penalties.
We're down.
Good job.
Brandon Wheeler made that catch. We're still 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Indians up by 7, 14-7. Here comes the bus. Got nowhere to go. He stood up. He was snatched before, as soon as he got the ball. I got a feeling they're laying for him now.
Oh yeah.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Probably had a little talk at halftime.
Yeah. We've been raising Cain between the 20. Got that one score, 14-7.
I guess another one.
I hope that person got their car moved before it got towed away.
Did they?
Yeah, I hope
Oh,
they
you
did.
hope they did, yeah.
They said their PA system's not too loud and London people couldn't hear it. Okay, here we go. Wide out to the left, man in motion. Comes Hodge up the middle. He's got a little bit of room.
All right.
He picks up about 4.
Hodge
Not bad.
picks up about 3 on the play, brought down by number
Stand
12.
corrected.
Huh? What was it?
Said 3.
It'll be 3rd
Okay.
and 7.
3rd and 7.
Yeah, we got 2 downs
Ball
to get
resting
that.
inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we're down in the keeper territory, 2 down territory.
James splits out to the right.
Rusty James, wide out. Got the bus up tight. Hodge tailback. Roll out. Here comes the roll out. Quarterback. Quick pitch to the bus.
Yeah,
The bus is doing it all. Oh, he got some hands. He'll tell you he don't miss no passes. He don't believe it, just ask him.
Yeah.
That's the bus. That's my grandson out there doing that.
That was a nice play.
I get a chance to brag about him. Well, they had the same play earlier when the quarterback made that long run. I thought he was going to throw it to a man. And then the play got called back on a clip, I think.
Yeah. I think the bus made that clip. Oh.
He might have. Because he's going to hit.
One out there.
Yeah, he's going to hit somebody.
Yeah, that's good.
1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. 14-7.
Bus
Bus up.
somebody over. Go, bus,
Bus up
go,
the middle,
bus,
and
go,
he's
bus.
in. And he's in.
Yeah, baby.
The bus is in for a score.
What about the hot
No
high
flag.
knee kick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 yards in for the touchdown.
Nobody. He wasn't even touched. Now I'm gonna tell you, that had to be some super blocking there because he didn't look like he's even touched. Now he's got to buy 2 Big Macs. His mom's going to be going crazy. He's going to tear her pocketbook up. What happened? What am I missing, Carl?
The bus and
Dobb?
No.
Tyree?
No.
Well, what makes it different?
Mullins.
Oh, him and Mullins. They're running buddies.
They had a little dipsy do.
They probably practiced at home because they stay at each other's houses a lot. They're running buddies.
A little dipsy do.
Here comes the kick. Oh, trouble. Oh, man, that hurt. That hurt. Didn't know what to do. 14-13, Carl. That's scary. After a mishandled for extra point, London's down by 1 point, 14-13. They're hollering, come on, Red on this side, and that's what we are, Big Red.
Yeah.
Go Big Red. Got Evans, Burns, and Captain Deep. Let's see what London does with this kickoff.
You might be able to get one of these. Getting close.
Yeah, he kicks it high now. He got a little bit of leg into that one. It's going to drop in at the 25-yard line. And he's got room. Somebody's got to get him. He's brought down at the 35-yard line.
Captain brings it back out to the
Captain was your ball runner.
My number 30.
Up by number 25, David Wassman.
David Wassman, number 25, made that tackle.
Number 30. Who's number 30? Give him a plug.
Number 30 is Matt Sanders.
We'll give it to Sanders.
Okay, Carl said give it. Matt, you got a tackle.
Officially. Unofficially, it was Wassman.
Oh, you better shut your mouth. See, this is what I got to go through, folks. Through the headphones, y'all don't hear. And this is Miles, because he knows you can hear him. Okay, got one right out to both sides this time. Single back. And then they have an awful long count. Quick look out pass. Dobmar in a tackle there.
Mars completes the score.
Mars' pass to Sora was good, and Dobmar was in on the tackle.
We'll get some pressure on that quarterback.
And past the 45-yard line, enough for
He
the
gave that
first
tackle to
down.
Washington.
First and 10 Indians.
I know, Dobmar got number 8.
I drug him down. See what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
He's looking through the glass too, I think.
Okay, we got them wide out, way wide left. Power eye set up here. Andre Tyree playing middle linebacker.
Here he is. Get him!
He's got room.
Oh, man.
He's got room. He's got room. Can we catch him?
He's gone.
No. Yep. He almost got tripped up. Oh, and he didn't quite make it. Caught by who?
Hodge bumped him out. Hodge. 21 Hodge.
About the 19-yard line.
Brought down by, you're saying Hodge, but that looks like number 20.
It was 21. It was Hodge, man. Looking right at him. Who's been fast enough to catch him besides Hodge?
35-yard pickup on the play.
You know what's throwing me?
For the Indians.
I'm getting the colors mixed
Right.
up.
Oh,
I'm calling their names instead, their numbers instead of ours.
that was Hodge.
Okay, Hodge made that tackle. They got off a good one that time. Then they're down inside the 20-yard line.
About 4 or 5 guys just missing.
Yeah. Well, somebody made a good block over there on the left side that held up, getting room to get around there. Nothing doing, about a yard maybe. Richard Burns, your ball carrier.
We're going to need another turnover.
Yeah, that's what's been throwing me because I'm looking at both the teams out the red and white. And I'm used to London in their red.
That's a
And I'm
shame.
calling their players. Their players making them run and they tackle them too, according to me.
That teach you
Don't say nothing. Just go home.
don't question me. That's what it is.
Ain't it fun? Yeah, because you're looking at the monitor. You're cheating. I got to look through this dirty glass. Okay, 2nd and 6. Wide out to the right. Quarterback rolls out. Quick look in.
Take him down, man.
And he got all the way to about the 5 or 6 yard line. They've been very successful in that quick look in pass. Look in or look out. I always like that pass.
Yeah.
First and goal at the 6.
That's a pass similar to what you was talking about telling John on the way down here. But once they make complete it, then what do you do?
Adjust.
Adjust. I heard that.
Until they do.
We got a man wide out to the right this time. London's playing plugging up the middle. That's where they got the scores. It's been right up the middle. Quarterback sneak.
Second man.
Second man.
Drag him back. Strip him.
And they're taking him back.
Richard Burns, the ball carriers, stacked up near the 3-yard line.
Strip him.
It was close. Second and goal.
Man, this quarter's almost gone.
Yeah, we got probably got plenty of time on the camera too. What do you think? I'm looking at, looks like plenty of time on here. We might be able to run the whole quarter.
126 on.
That's great.
Man, what happened?
That's still only leaves a half an hour.
Yep. What happened?
Well, it hadn't stopped the clock much. We're looking at 54 seconds to go in the quarter, and the Indians are looking to score again. That 1 point looks awful big right now.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle, and there's nothing doing. No, he's not in.
Burns up the middle, stop by the inside line.
Second and 4. Now a little misdirection.
Forward progress shy of the 2-yard line of it. Third down and goal.
Third and goal. This will be a big thing if they can hold him here.
Yep. This is it.
Yep. Quarterback's going to keep it. It's a long count, trying to draw London off. They're getting antsy. He's in, and he doesn't make it. Oh, they give it to him. He just laid on the line, looked like. Number 32, Seth Sturr, made that touchdown.
Now we got to stop this extra.
Now we got a score of 20-13. Yeah, if we can stop this, which means we'd have to go for 2 if we score.
Right.
Like I said, that brings back the point where we beat them by 1 last year in London. Yep, it's there, and it's good. 21-13 with 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. 21-13, Indians up by touchdown and a point, and 2 points. Here comes the kick. It's going deep, and we got a whistle. Got a flag. I believe we had an offsides. These officials are right on it, ain't they?
Been offsides.
Did you want that lid up?
Preliminary indication is illegal procedure against the Indians.
Illegal procedure against the Indians. That'll cost them, what, 5 yards?
Yep.
5-yard penalty.
How about that? I know my calls, Don.
35-yard line.
Talk to me.
Might be, hopefully we can get good field position out of this.
Uh-huh.
Wall's got to get out the way, though.
Going to kick off again here. Now they got to put the foot to it. London might get a good break here. 21-13 with 3 seconds to go. Third quarter. Indians up. And here we're getting ready for the kickoff. Here comes the kick. You got a pretty good kick that time, Carl. Dobmeyer picks the ball, and then Wall, he just ran right by his Wall. And he's going to get up to about the 40-yard line. Good returns. I was getting ready to say the returns are a lot better than last week, but then we got to consider who we was playing last week. We played a Division I school that brings out almost something like 100 players. Yeah. So we're in the fourth quarter. I'm telling you. Okay, here we are, fourth quarter.
Counter, Hodge.
Hodge just going wide left. He's got a little room. He picks up a first down and then some, about 12 yards.
Brought down by number 22.
6 o'clock.
This game also will be replayed in London on 10/11 at 6 o'clock on Monday.
Well, I just put pressure on the school to put the game on time, didn't it?
Let's go.
There goes the bus.
Yeah.
He put his head down and run over a couple people that time. The bus is racking up the yards tonight.
Bunch of yards.
This is got to be the year that he's going to show big. If he's going to get some offers coming out next year.
He's got to lead, yeah.
I tell you, that line's doing awful good tonight.
Oh, man.
It's a different line compared to what we saw last week. Got a man in motion, wide left. Bus once again, and he's hung up, had a hold of his leg before he even got a hold of the ball.
Yeah.
McNeil hit behind the line of scrimmage.
McNeil hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon Clark and number 20, Richard Burns.
Clark and Burns in on that tackle that time.
Loss of a yard on the play at the 34.
I lost him 1 yard. He was hit before even same time he got the ball. This is a man's world, or man's game, isn't it? You thought it was James Brown up here, didn't you? No. Here comes a rollout pass. He's in trouble. Oh, man. That's the second time that play hasn't worked. For some reason he's not getting any blocking out there. Guy took a big loss that time.
Huge loss.
Yeah, good Lord, we're third and about 25. How you like that call, 3rd and 5?
Yeah, I think we can get it.
Line, ice bragging on the line, and then something happened. I don't know what happened. Not blaming anybody, just something happened. Comes that same rollout, throw it. He had 2 people there. 81. Yeah, well, the pass went right over McNeil's hands, and number 81, Kevin Gibson. We got a flag on the play.
Yeah, that faked me out. I thought Hodge had it.
Did you?
Yeah.
They're waving it off the flag.
Wave off the flag. There is no flag.
What's been against Hillsboro?
I don't know. We've really hurt ourselves quite a bit tonight.
They do that for the pizza.
Oh, that's for the pizza? Oh, you think they give us a pizza in that way that makes up for get homered? I don't think so. It's been a pretty good called game. London's punting, 4th and 25.
See if we can get them.
Well, to be able to put them deep this time, they're going to have to go after them. Penalty flags all over the place. Fair catch on the about the 18-yard line. And we'll wait and see what the flag is.
We'd like to recognize tonight a real big happy birthday to our good mayor, Sandy Harsha. Happy birthday, Sandy.
They got a female mayor. I guess. Sandy don't necessarily have to be.
They said he was 60.
Oh, it's a man. Oh, I just shot myself in the foot, didn't I? And against us, another 5 yards, 4th down and 30. Illegal procedure.
I knew you could say it.
Oh man, that pizza! I got that pizza stuck in my gum and couldn't get out, and it's going to cost us. And that would have been what would that have been? Illegal man downfield.
Another flag on the play.
They're going to take that. He couldn't really pass the ball.
Illegal man downfield.
They'll decline that.
Oh yeah. Take the ball right to
Penalty against the Raiders is
Boy.
declined, and Hillsboro
We're killing us off.
1st and 10 on the Raiders. 40.
Good field position.
Yeah, Hillsboro's, they've had good field position all night. They take over on about the 46, 47-yard line, 1st and 10. See what happens here. They got to wide out both sides this time. Quick hand off to Burns, and he goes back against the grain. And they got Hodge, and that should be a flag. That should be a
Stop
flag.
him! Take him down!
Yeah, he finally went down. I lost him after the flag come out.
Who's the flag on?
There should have been a clip.
As long as he ran, it could have been 2 or 3.
No, when the flag went down, I think I seen the illegal block. They peeled back, and pretty sure it was a clip. Yeah, it was a clip.
Good call, Gary.
Yeah, I saw it happen.
Preliminary indication is clipping against the Indians.
Both teams are getting their share of penalties.
Oh, man. We
Marked
ain't
off
got
on the
no
point of
feet.
the infraction, 15 yards. Will put the ball all the way back to the Hillsboro 49-yard line. Will bring up first down and 14.
First and 14. First and 14 for Hillsboro after a clipping penalty. They couldn't bring him down, Carl. They couldn't. This Burns is very elusive runner. Got another wide out to the right again. One to the left. There's a quarterback roll. Hey, and there we go. Tyree with the big salute.
Tyree!
Mars brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 2.
I'm waiting for him to get Tyree in that backfield on offense.
All the way back to the hill.
That Tyree, he's a hard runner.
Will bring up second down and about 23.
We've had a lot of second downs in the 20s on both teams, haven't we?
Or another passing down, so
Second down and 23. You think it's going to be a passing down, huh? They're setting out 3 people, so they're going to be a little quick hitter up the middle.
either or a draw. Watch the draw, and as soon as
I see a heck of a gap right there, what I tell you.
right to him, right in the middle, fumble.
Oh, and we got a late hit.
No, he was going for the ball. The ball came out.
Set Story, the ball carrier. Tripped up by Mike Jones
That's pretty close to being a late hit. How much time are we looking at on the camera
at
there?
the 48-yard line. Will bring up third down and about 15.
Okay, we got 7 minutes to go. About,
Clock's rolling, so we'll be all right.
as long as the clock's rolling, we're okay, huh?
Yep.
3rd and 15. We got to hold them here. Another same setup with the 3 wideouts. This time we throw the ball. And we got, would that be too much time?
Dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul. They're going back like it's on them. That's the second one they've had. Yeah. Well, they have a long count like they're trying to draw some off a lot, and they might draw their own people off. Well, we got a whole pizza to take home with us, Carl. And then we go to Northeastern next week, and they feed us subs and pop. I'm beginning to like this.
Yeah.
Same setup. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 20. Get down here, clean spot of this window where I can see. Had a man in motion, they threw behind him.
There you go.
So now they're being forced to kick.
Marsh's pass is incomplete. Will bring up a
Mars's pass incomplete. Will be a 4th down, and punter goes on the field. Back to receive the punt. Myers will be your punter. Now they're being sure they got enough people on the field. London, I think, is going after it this time. Get that ball. Almost close. Should be. Come on, look. That's going to get decent good field position about the 24-yard line. So London will take over on their own 24.
23-yard line.
We're running out of time, Carl. 7 minutes to go.
Get out there and score.
Got to get down there and score. Yeah. A 24-yard line, 1st and 10. 7 minutes to go in the game. Set back to pass. They're airing it out. It's trouble. Oh, and he slipped and fell. Threw it behind him. Had Wheeler out there again. Incomplete. And that might have been the best place to throw it because the defense man was inside sitting there. I thought it was going to be picked off. So it turned. Wheeler's Manuel said he was only on his 9th grade. No, see if I can find. What's his number?
18.
He's a sophomore. Wheeler's a sophomore. 2nd and 10. Yeah, Wheeler's done a real good job tonight. We're going away from our game. Uh-oh, we got a man out there. We got Hodge. Hodge got some room.
Looked like
He run him out of bounds.
there's a penalty flag.
Pass is complete.
I didn't see very many blockers out there with him, did you? Easy. Don't you have 2 or 3 blockers out there on the screen like that?
There's I didn't see maybe I thought there was one block.
Got a flag on the play. Another penalty. I'd be curious to see how many penalty yards we've got. We've probably got more penalty yards than we've got rushing yards.
No way.
You don't think so? We got a lot.
Not with the bus.
Yeah, the bus has got quite a few.
There goes the bus again. Oh, man.
Yeah, he was tripped up some kind. I think somebody had a hold of the ball and had to make him turn around here. I don't know why they went away from the bus anyway. He's been doing so good, and all of a sudden we go to these pass plays. I say stick with what's working. But once again, who am I? Nobody. You're right again, Carl.
Everybody's got
I've always got an opinion. It gets me in trouble sometimes. These kids aren't looking too bad. 21-13. Comes a bus up the hill again. He's got room.
Get the arm out there. All right.
Bus close to first down.
Outside the first down by Evans and Captain.
I'm just waiting for him to run over somebody just one time real hard. And when he does that, it'll change his whole game. He's played a heck of a game tonight. London's going to go for it. Well, it's there right now.
Right.
But they're setting it up. And watch it close up when they shift.
Yeah.
They're looking for the bus, and he's caught behind the line. Caught behind the line of scrimmage.
They should have thrown a wide receiver in.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20.
12, Sean Evans.
And Hillsboro takes over on downs. 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. And here comes trouble. Burns turns the corner there, and he picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
Burns brought down by
Doing a good job. This Burns is a very good runner. It's been a heck of a game. The score don't really tell the game.
second down and 8.
Both teams have really hurt themselves with penalties. Now we need to get a turnover here quicker. We're right at 5-minute mark.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Hillsboro's going to keep the clock running. Pitch back. Here comes a reverse end around. And he's going to go in. Untouched. What do you think, Carl? That kind of hurt there. Everybody was keying on Burns, like you said. Reverse. Nobody touched him. They ran that reverse earlier and it was very successful. So they've done a really good job tonight. I can't take nothing away from them. 27-13. Good job.
Abbott to hold, Marsh to kick.
Abbott your holder and Marsh will be your kicker. There's the kick. And it's good.
So that makes the score. The Indians
28-13. London on the losing end. Got a quick shot of the scoreboard. 28-13 with 5 to go. Hillsboro will be kicking off.
Good shot at the scoreboard.
Yeah, good shot of the scoreboard, Gary. And I'm not even running the camera. Carl won't even let me touch that camera. That's his pride and joy. Yeah, we need 2 scores real quick. We're down to 5-minute time. Dobmar and Hodge back for the kick. The kicker did a good job. Kicks it to Dobmar. Dobmar's been able to get back to the 30 or 40. He's got a good wall. He's still on his feet. He's still got room. He's still running. He's still going. Dobmar to the 50, to the 45.
Dobmar brings the ball
All the way back to the 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
That doesn't sound good. He got there around the wall.
Yeah.
Couple of times.
Well, he made quite a few of them yards on his own. That's a good return.
He's sure himself.
Yeah, good return.
We got a penalty flag.
Oh no, and there was a penalty flag.
Man,
Watch them tell us it's holding on London.
be on then. Face mask.
Indication is a
Yeah.
Face mask
Yeah.
against the Indians. We're a 450 mark.
at the end of the run.
Oh, yeah. That's good field position.
15-yard penalty.
Woo!
Take that.
Put the ball all the way at the 33-yard line.
We got one enthusiastic person up here in this booth, and he has a nephew that sounds just like him. John Hill, is that his name, John Hill? So you can't say nothing when John carries on like that, because he sounds just like you.
They mark it at the 32, first and 10.
Gets very excited, and that's good. Enjoy yourself while you can.
Why are you yelling?
Yeah, I guess I've already had my chance. It's too late now. London's in the power eye. Hodge just gets held up the line, and he still picks up about 4 yards.
Hodge, the ball carrier.
He had to weave his way through about 3 or 4 tacklers.
Nichols about 5 on the
I found me a clear spot down here at the bottom of the windows here, so that's helping out a lot.
5
You
yards.
got to get the movement.
Yeah, we're down to 4:27 now. Clock's still running.
We got to pick up this pace here. Let's go. Got to need 2 scores.
Yeah. Yeah, both teams have played pretty good ball, I think. Set back to pass. He does pretty good out of that pocket, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, almost. Good thing that Hodge had the presence of mind to go for the tackle, because
Number 12,
it was picked off.
will bring up a 3rd down and a short 5.
Third and a short 5. What is a
Long.
yeah, which means the ball is either on one side of the 5 or the other side of the 5. Is that how it goes? The nose to nose. London's back in the power eye once again, double wide out. And they're going for the 5. Right middle with the bus. And they're waiting on him.
Playing up the middle. McNeil stopped right at the 25-yard line.
They're waiting on him.
It'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 3. Well, we've got to make this one good. We're down under 4 minutes now to go in the game. It's about time to go. I'd go right back to the bus. Here comes Hodge, turns, and he's good for the first down. Good for the first down.
Brought down by Evans. At the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
First and 10 for London on the 16-yard line. That goal stripe throws me.
Yeah.
That red line, you can't even see it.
Come on.
Here comes Tyree. I told you it's time for him to be in there. Tyree up the bus. That's the combination right there. Yeah. I'd have been running him sooner. He's a big, powerful man. We got to get this score. We're at 3-minute mark now.
Got to hurry.
We got to hurry.
Get set.
Bus up the middle. He's going to go. Did he make it? In for the score.
And up the middle is a touchdown.
Another touchdown for the bus.
Number 28.
This is a little bit too late. We got 2:50 to go in this game. We need this extra point.
Onside here we go.
Well, we got to go for 2, don't we? To give us a chance to tie it up. Yeah, I tell you what, I really like that combination of Tyree and McNeil in that backfield. You got 2 big, powerful kids coming at you. You can wear a team down with that. We might have waited just a little bit too late to pull out that combination. 28-19. It's been a good game, Carl. Just a lot of penalties has hurt us. We're going for 2. Here comes Tyree, and he's caught. He's hung up. Doesn't get through. And the score, 28-19 right now. And there we have a score of 28-19 with 2:50 to go in the contest. That last extra point there we went for 2. He was held up at inside. So, like I say, I just heard somebody up here say the only thing alternative we've got right now is probably onside kick. And we've done it before. I think, didn't we do that last week and get an onside kick? I was thinking we did. On the right side of the field. London will be kicking off, and they're going for an onside kick, it looks like. Their whole team has shifted.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, and they were able to cover it. It was close. It was close.
Covered by number 35.
Burks covered the ball for the Indians, and that was really close. That couldn't have been much better kick. It might have been kicked just a little bit too hard. Went through one man's legs, and I see the sheriff's up here, so we better watch out, Carl. Be in trouble. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Indians, and we got 2:40 to go in the contest. And I'm sure they're going to try to keep this clock running. Got a man in motion, 2 wide outs, hand off to Burns, and he's hung up right there at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard.
Brought down by 58 Mullins and 45 Willard. Pickup of a yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, pickup of 1 yard. Mullins and Willard was in on that tackle. Second and 9, 2:21 to go. And keeping it on the ground once again. And there goes Burns. He's tricky. You got to hit him quick, or he's going to get you for 4 or 5 yards. Timeout, London. 2:05 to go in the contest. Thanks, Carl. You've been very helpful. Okay, 3rd and 5 and 4.5. That's a short 5. Got a short 5 this time. Long count, trying to draw somebody. It's not working. And he might got about 2. Going to force a punt. I don't think they'll punt, Carl.
2 on the play and stopped at the 48.
I don't think the punt. We got 1:51 to go in the contest. I don't look for him to punt.
Still need 2 scores.
I was very glad we was able to get the band on tonight. We apologize for not getting them on last week, but the Hall of Fame show kind of took it up. And somebody please let Mr. Nance know to get a hold of Carl King about that Hall of Fame show. Carl King will get a hold. He'll take care of you, Mr. Nance. Okay, we're looking at 1:25 to go in the contest. 4th and 2. London holds here. They might have a shot. 4th and 2.
Trying to draw them off.
And we got a. Did we get a timeout? Indians. Try to draw them off and it didn't work. Okay, they went back into punt formation. It still could be a fake punt.
Yeah, that's true.
Throw it to that up man. Pitch center to the up man. They're going to punt. And he gets it off. And it will go out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So London's deep in their own territory with 1:19 to go. I don't see any way of doing it because you'd have to get 9 points, and there's no way we can get 9. Okay, London takes over on the 16-yard line, I believe. London set back to pass. They aired it out, and it's going to be almost picked off, and Hodge comes down hard on that ankle. Oh, we don't need that. Oh, it looks like he's holding his knee. He's a tough kid, though.
He's up.
Yeah, he's up and running. Didn't his brother just break a bone in his finger, run the bone clear out his fingernail in practice, junior high? And he's going to be another little tough one. We're starting to get some blood back. Now, what I mean by that is people that have the line of athletics in them. and bloodline players.
Games year after year.
Yeah, like used to be up the Rogans under Urbana. 1:13 to go, 2nd and 10. We aired it out. And Gandy makes that catch.
The number 80, Larry Gandy.
Sitting on that guy, he could have kept going, couldn't he? He wasn't bad.
It looked like it, didn't it? I didn't hear a whistle. We're under a minute to go in the game. Bus up the middle. He don't have much room. We got to stop the clock. And we got a timeout.
McNeil up the middle, close to the first down. Timeout. We're going to have a measurement.
Timeout for a measurement.
By the official.
7 seconds to go in the game. London picks up a first down on about the 32-yard line, I believe. Clock's rolling. Back to pass. Wheeler's in the game. Quick out to Hodge, and he gets out of bounds quick. So that'll stop the clock.
And Hodge goes out of bounds.
40 seconds.
40 seconds to go.
About 5 on the plate.
2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
You can hear me.
Oh, he said you can hear me. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
Here we go. 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They aired it out, and it was wobbly. It's going to be nearly picked off. It does stop the clock, but I think his arm was hit when he released the ball.
3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5.
Is that better, Neil? Galen.
Hear you now.
Can you hear that? Is that better?
That's a shame.
He gonna wait till the game's over and then ask him if you can hear. They ain't heard nothing all night. Had the London car towed away because the pigs were running through that one door, not the other. And you can tell we're close to stockyards. It's been rough up here. Here comes Hodge. Cut back. He's got some room. Timeout. Got to get a quick one. Timeout, London.
When you said
Oh, they're setting the ball, moving the flag.
At the 48-yard line, not before he picks up the first down.
First down, London. 28 seconds to go. Now it's time for the big play. Spike the ball. Oh, he spiked that one, didn't he? I think he's trying to drill a hole in the ground with that one, buddy. He let everybody know, hey, it's spike time.
Cool.
Well, we're back rolling with 25 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Quick out to Hodge. He has nowhere to go but out of bounds.
Hodge is fast.
So he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Near the
We're down to 19 seconds now. Took 1 second off that clock that time.
Hodge is fast.
Yeah, he's fast, but he ain't that fast.
high school athletic department takes this opportunity.
Thank you for the pizza.
Yeah, thank you for the pizza and the pop and everything. Really take care of it. We ought to have all our games down here. Bus up the nose. That's Tyree. And do we have any timeouts left? We're down to 12.
11 seconds.
Who's down holding their knee? I hope that ain't Mullins.
By the Raiders.
Timeout, Raiders. On the game. They're setting back. Going, everybody's deep. Got a zone defense back there.
Serious pregame.
3-2 zone. 2-2-2-4-6.
Concession stand.
They're looking for it. And it's knocked down, and we still got 6 seconds. Carl,
Pass is batted down.
this last 11 seconds has taken a while.
Captain, and Hillsboro will take over 1st and 10.
Hillsboro takes over 1st and 10, so they'll just take the ball and down it, and that'll be the game.
We're done.
Go. All Hillsboro has to do is just get the ball and hold it. Got a player off the field. He can run around. He goes down on one knee, runs the clock out, and that ends the ball game. Score 28 for the Indians, 19 for London.
And we'd like to call your attention to the east end of the end zone where Mr. Ernie Blankenship will ring the victory bell. The
off with the scoreboard when you get the time, when you're ready. Let me know.
Thank you for attending again. See you next week against Springfield.
Springfield?
I hope we got the mic.